Devin the Retro Gamer, and I got another review today, and this time we're going to review God of War 2 for the PlayStation 2. I actually recently got it, and I played through the story and everything. It was a pretty fun game, actually, so I thought I'd do a review of it. So basically, God of War 2 starts off with Kratos checking on his Spartan soldiers, and he notices that they're kind of getting their ass beat a little bit. So Kratos, he basically decides to go out and, help them, right? And then this randomly is like, Kratos, no, you can't leave. And Kratos is like, no, you scanty little hoe. You see right there, basically she tells him that you can't leave, and then he's like, nope, I am gonna leave whenever I want to. And then he basically proceeds to jump off a cliff, like Kratos, because he is Kratos, and he jumps off a cliff and he ends up here somehow to where the fight is, and basically this is kind of where it all starts, and then he goes to help him, but he finds out that one of the other gods, whatever his name is, I forgot, Athea or something, basically gets him shrunk, and now that's kind of where the game starts. Yeah, so basically God of War 2 is a lot like the first game. It's not very different, and, basically he just has his, slicing and stuff, and it's pretty good gameplay like every God of War game is, just slashing everybody, getting them killed, taking them down, and all that stuff. So it's all classic God of War gameplay that, everybody loves. And I really enjoy it. It's good stuff. Basically, throughout the game, you get a bunch of, you get extra, what do you call it? You get extra lash and things and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of it's the same. You have, climbing up walls and stuff, and, you can climb up walls with basically Kratos' swords and stuff. A lot of it is fighting, fighting in rooms and stuff, or pushing blocks, or there's even some platforming partly in some ways, but it's mostly, pushing blocks or killing enemies. And then I guess some other things you can find in this game is the bosses. There's bosses like, a lot of gods, a lot of Greece mythology type gods that you get to fight. It's all really fun. I mean, it's pretty gruesome the way, Kratos beats them up too. He just slashes their faces off, and it's pretty intense. It's good stuff though. There are also sometimes certain puzzles that Kratos will have to do, whether it be moving stuff around or basically moving stuff around or doing specific element puzzles and everything. It really kind of differs a little bit depending on the level. And they got a lot of interesting environments. I think you get to go to Hades, not Haiti, but Hades, and, all that stuff, and a lot of different environments. It has great environments you get to explore. Although, to be fair, sometimes the gameplay can get pretty boring because it's the same, it's kind of the same thing that you do, but it's not too bad. It doesn't break the game or anything, but some people will get bored by it, that's the thing. There's also different element power-ups that you can get, element stuff that can heal you, element stuff that you can use to power up your magic stuff, and plenty of other things. And there's also some good old classic sex scenes. Yeah, there were some. There's a couple. At the beginning, there's half-naked women and stuff, which that's kind of Kratos' thing. He sleeps with the gods' ladies. That's also some pretty interesting stuff. And Kratos is a pretty cool character too. He has an awesome actor. I like his voice is pretty badass and stuff. I am the God of War, and a lot of character development and stuff, especially the fact that Zeus, Zeus, the Greek god himself, is actually the father of Kratos, right? And Kratos is actually angry at the gods, so he's taking it out on Zeus and these other gods. That's a lot of the main reason why he does it. And, it's the main reason why he goes to these places and kills all these gods. It's kind of like for revenge because they didn't, because he killed his kid and his kid's mom, and his kid and his wife, right? When he was mortal. And the gods never took that pain away from him. That's why he's white and red. So Kratos, he's the kind of guy that goes after them, And eventually he does go after Zeus, and spoiler alert, I don't want to, spoil anything if anybody didn't know yet, but he does kill Zeus, obviously, and it was pretty gruesome. Well, that's about it for my review. Well, I think it's safe to say that my score for God of War 2 is going to be an 8 out of 10 because it's kind of pushed down a little bit by the gameplay getting a little bit boring and tiresome, and that kind of pushes it down a couple of points. But overall, I do really think God of War 2 is a pretty good game, and I would recommend it for anybody who still has a PS2. And if you don't, you can always get it for PS3 on the HD collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.